more Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'd like to thank you all for all the recent subscribes, the recent follows, the recent comments, the recent likes, all that stuff. You guys are amazing. We're streaming a little bit early today. Monday and Tuesday will be, I'm not gonna be streaming those days since I have to work late. But I'll let you know when we'll pick back up with some more content. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff to Talkative Carl on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. So, last we left off, we finally took down Kochev and reclaimed our father's honor. So, I tried to get that tome in like a little cave area, but I guess I'm not allowed to get that far just yet because that little glass shattered thingy just blocks me. So go ahead and go to continue to birthrights. Okay, reach Aurexstad. Aurexstad. Like I told you guys before, I'm gonna be butchering a lot of these Norse names. So Birthrights, Battle for the Northern Way. Chapter 4. Young King Harold summons the Norway clans to an Elfing in Aurestad. Wow, these words. I'm not going anywhere near that mountain anymore. There's fast travel here, but you know, I'm not doing any crazy walking. And I also got this little morning star. I'm pretty sure the Vikings have morning stars. Because normally you attribute morning stars to more so medieval knights. But of course, Vikings have some. Well, they're in the Iron Age, and knights are like the. Would you call it Metal Age? Not Metal Age, Steel Age. But it's just the knights have steel weapons, which is obviously better than iron.
To the Swan Road. Sail out.
We'll try to stick to the main missions here, but not unlike Miles Morales and the Spider-Man gang. I've tried to go through some raiding here and there just to acquire some wealth and some gear, because it's a crazy amount of gear that I can loot and apply to my character. But it's kind of like with Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I didn't do that many uh, trips around the coastline to gather weather materials. It's just that, it's just. Mm, I'm probably gonna take a long way around. As a matter of fact, I should have fast traveled here, but I didn't know if the boat will be there. I probably should synchronize that area so I have a fast travel point. As a matter of fact, now I'm thinking about it, you know what? We'll definitely get there first, do a synchronization, and then go to the main mission. Because it's probably gonna be points where I need some fast travel destination to, you know, get me through the BS. Because there's gonna be a point where I don't want to do all this sailing. Just like with Black Flag, I didn't do much time. Well, take too much time with being on the high seas as much as it was fun at first. Well, it's fun in general, but I just, I want to get to the destination at a quick pace. Yeah, look at all this snowy weather. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if Norway is like this in modern times right now. I'm pretty sure it's pretty darn close to it. At least I can imagine if they did their research in like the Viking culture and Norwegian lands back in the day. I'm assuming it was close to this because Norway does have like a, a, a crazy amount of snow. No, don't want to raid anything. Not here. And this gust of wind really making it hard to steer. How are you guys liking Assassin's Creed Valhalla so far? Do you have this game personally yourself, or are you just watching it and just gauging how it is before you decide to buy it ultimately? Cut in between here. There's certain areas that has like a high recommended level point that I probably won't be able to do because I probably have to raid a lot. You know, upgrade my gear to a point where I'm able to meet the challenge. I think one area is in the 200s. It's like, unless I'm really going ham on this game, I doubt I'll get that high. Yeah, there's a mystery here. Might do that mystery. There's a small island too, so it should be fast. Last video, I took so much time on that mountain just to do the synchronization and gather uh, gold or whatever. Oh,
Sail down.
oops. I guess I can't just park anywhere. Oh, there's the sunlight. I kind of like it when it was like evening or nighttime when it's snowing. I'm not sure why. I mean, every once in a while I do like the daylight.
What's the meaning of this? I'll turn twice if I stay here.
To our lush and fertile shores. Welcome, traveler, to our lush and fertile shores.
Opal.
I did not expect to find anyone on this island.
And why not? This is England, home to a nation of Saxons and Danes. Our shores are open for trade.
England? It is not what I expected.
Many from Norway find the trip dizzying, but fortunately you have me to guide you. I know the land better than my own son.
Are you all right?
My son, nesting with the Picts north of Hadrian's Wall. Who knows what schemes they're hatching, or the sort of people they might send to spy on me.
You said something about a tour?
Of course, a tour. Follow me. This is the city of London, first built by the Romans during ancient times. We have not seen builders like that since.
I guess they had to work with what they had.
Where's this dude leading me to?
These are the Dover Cliffs, famous for their bluebirds. Here is Jorvik, the Dane city of trade. Keep this between us, but King Alfred has a plan for Jorvik.
I see.
This is Hadrian's Wall, our last line of defense against the barbarous Picts.
It is a line of sorts.
Is this dude losing his mind?
At the end of our tour is Winchester, the heart of Wessex, where is King Alfred? Those honorless Picts, they have taken the king. We must seek them north of Hadrian's Wall. Where are you, my king?
I'm sure he is somewhere.
Do not worry, my king. I am coming.
Dude has lost it. I guess when you're isolated on a island by yourself, you tend to go crazy. It's like straight up Castaway. This will be my last winter. The vulva tell me so. When the earth cleans my bones, you must come care for your father. He is still the man I marry, but his mind is not well. I fear he will be sent to some hellish place if he dies this way. Please try to make his final days peaceful. Some say the gods decide where we go when we die, but I think it's how we live. Your reward will be great. Okay.
My king! What happened? Why won't you speak?
Who in hell's name are you? Why are you going through my things? Thor's balls, you found it. Why did you take it back? You set him off again.
Traitor! The king won't speak to me. You cut out his tongue.
He has no tongue.
Because you cut it out. You're his son?
Do not feed this fantasy. His wits wither and become those of a babe. I took him here to ease his madness, but it grows worse. I try using reason or playing along, but he hears only what he wants to hear.
Only what he wants to hear. I have an idea that could help, if you let me. Old man, your king is worn out from his ordeal. I can hear him speak very softly. He is praising you. He wants to thank... He wants to thank Husing for his loyalty to the crown. What else does he say? The Picts, terrified at word of your approach, will pledge themselves to the crown if you spare their lives. They will? And they agree to pay a daily tribute of food and other goods in exchange for free passage through your lands. Oh, it is a good deal and greater news. Thank you. You may leave the king in my care now.
This will only lead to further delusion.
You will know at least that he eats every day. And maybe someday the fog will lift.
Forgive my ill will. I knew this would be a difficult end, but sometimes the weight bears down heavily.
There's courage and honor in what you do, and the gods know it. Good luck to you.
Looks like England is united.
The Picts have been
A New England.
Alfred is pleased.
The peace holds. For now.
Okay. Let's go back to the ship. And that wasn't long at all. I was hoping it will be short. Oh my god, don't tell me we're stuck.
What do you think you're doing?
Come on. Come on. Can't
Are
believe.
you feeling all right?
Okay, there we go. Got stuck on the rocks.
Let the sail out.
My goodness. Feel like somebody's car getting stuck or something. I guess I don't need to press Y every time I head to an island. That's only for raids, so I'll just go and dock as soon as I get close.
Reef sail.
We can continue.
Right.
Too cold. My blood freezes.
Yeah, I'm not heading that way. See that suggested power 280? Yeah, I'm not strong enough for that. So we'll just synchronize and then head back to the boat. At least this ain't super tall of a mountain like the previous one. Which way should I go? See, this doesn't really look like you can easily climb it, because usually there's like obvious ledges, like some yellow markers or something. But you can just go ahead and just climb, I guess. I always feel nervous when I do these climbs. I am not any rock climber of any sorts. You got me bent on that one, man. Okay. Someone living up here? Kind of reminds me of Ghost of Tsushima when I see those little areas when it's like, oh, it's like some fresh fire that you can warm yourself up before you freeze to death over that mountain Act 3. There we go. Which can fast travel to the boat. But I gotta take the long way, I guess. Oh, it doesn't let me get, on the ledge. That's weird. Unless there's a button command I don't know of, but what was that? What's this?
So, go on. Try it yourself. Eivor. Come. Stand here and look out over the fjords. Hold my hand. There you go.
I've never been so high.
Your father brought me here long ago, when we were just 19 winters. Together we stacked stones into cairns.
The
Karn completed. Yeah. That's supposed to be, I guess, a memory, I guess, from his childhood. Come to think of it, things that, back in the day, kids, like during this, like, medieval time or feudal Japan, or, like those, like, very old ages, before gunpowder was invented. Kids had a funny, not a funny way, it's just like their way of playtime is just different from what, we know of. I mean, they had dolls, but like little, like when I was playing Ghost of Tsushima, there was a doll made of like straw and stuff that a kid made, but I'm pretty sure, that's how a lot of kids, at least girls, had something like that to play with. But I guess they had to figure out a different kind of fun before legit toys was invented, or more creative toys. Because in the Victorian age, those creepy little, dolls that you see in horror movies, like those crazy puppets, like with like look like they stealing kids' souls. It looks so creepy. That was the thing that kids liked at the time, until people figured out how creepy that was. But then again, in the 70s, 60s, and 50s, they still had creepy dolls there too. And it was like all those little, crazy plastics. It's just that point is, it's just, you know, toys have definitely, or playtime and toys were, you know, definitely evolved over the time. Now we got video games. Keep going. Oh, probably should go ahead. 3 of each here. Heavy damage increase. I have to make sure like everything is even. Oh, haven't. I guess haven't earned that yet. Oh. Oh, dang it. Oh no, I had it right. I'm tripping. I ought to say like I haven't earned that yet. No, it's just that I didn't apply it here. So next is these bigger things here. I think I see light up ahead. Yeah, the boss fight I had in the last video, like I said before, that dodge mechanic is something I need to get used to because I don't usually press X. Who presses X to dodge in the game? Once again, Monday and Tuesday night I'm gonna be taking a break since I got to work late. So I'll let you guys know.
Have you ever seen so many ships docked at once?
Never, nor has there been a gathering of kings so large as this.
Dock the ship here.
Oh, there was an artifact here somewhere. But I'll probably come back to that. Probably. Got some wealth here. I need a key. Don't know how to get down there. Pigs got loose in the house and now the cellar key is gone. It is your turn to dig through the shit. Bad. I'm supposed to get down there. Oh, I forgot I gotta chase after these stupid things. This run mechanic is so oh my god. On it. Tattoo design collector. That was weird. Okay, let's get this tome. Oh, there's how you do it. You lean over and then press B. No ability. Mark of death. Mark the sighted enemies and release to let fly a deadly volley of arrows. Okay. Nice. What is this? Oh, I guess this other people who was playing. Okay,
I've an iron stomach and a foul thirst. Your clan is a foul stench, but we are.
You've just won your heart's desire, Eivor. Yet by the look on your face, you've lost your will to live.
Gorm is here with the last of his men. Why does that troll dare show his face?
Leave it for another day. We are here under Harald's truce, and Gorm is too weak to try anything bold.
Here's a seed stain on his father's trousers. I should wipe him from this world.
Not tonight, Eivor. Leave it. Basim, watch over this one and see that he warms himself with drink. I will find my father and escort him to the Longhouse.
As you wish.
Is Hytham well?
He will heal, but never fully recover. It is fortunate that you were able to succeed where he failed.
My resolve was strong.
When you slew Kjotve, did you see a sigil on him? Silver, the size of my palm, bearing the symbol of an ash tree?
Take it. Trade it for what you can.
I know where Gorm is camped. If you wish to see him without anyone the wiser, there is a trick I can teach you.
Already looking for another princess? All right, I'll bite. What do I do?
Use your cloak to obscure your face. Blend into the crowd. Divert attention. Hide in plain sight.
Is this how your brotherhood operates? You sneak around in the daylight, stepping your victims where they stand.
Said like that, you make me blush. We are seekers of justice, shepherds of man's will. We work in the dark to serve the light.
I suppose there's no shame in using deception when honor is at stake. And Gorm is a stain on that honor.
Then let's see what can be done to cleanse that stain. Give it a try.
And the Assassin's Creed costumes looked very cool.
Walking unseen through hostile territory is an exercise in subtlety. A hood makes you forgettable, dismissed at a distance. Remain far from watchful eyes, and you will be invisible to them. Do not draw blade or hammer, for these and other sudden movements can break your disguise. And in case I wasn't clear, you will need to put up your hood for the trick to work. Orm is there, in the camp ahead.
Okay. Remain unseen.
What were you thinking? Drinking mead on an empty stomach?
You have to eat something before drinking that much.
How does that go? Feed before meat.
I have some roasted lamb on the spit. Are you coming?
Come on, move.
You Arga shit! Take up your weapon and follow me beyond these walls. Let Odin's favor land where it may.
You dare not break the king's peace here. So fuck you and your god talk. What say you to that?
Ah!
You can beat me, but you will not kill me. Not under Harald's truce.
You are all subject to King Harald's truce. Break his peace and you will be cast out of Alrikstad.
I will give you no trouble. You were shat into this world without honor, Gorm, and you will leave as a turd dumped into hell's deepest ditch.
Keep crowing, Eivor. You only make yourself an easier target.
The All Thing will have started. I should find Sigurd.
I'm trying to take care of this mystery and possibly find some more wealth. Well, that wealth was a little further than I expected to be.
My love for you rises tall and strong like the tree of life.
Do not promise me a man.
Does everyone in Alrikstad play their love game so loudly?
No, it's just my husband. He cannot satisfy his wife.
Ah, old age?
No, he's still young and fit. It was not always so. He could not keep us apart when we were raiding.
He would plow you during raids.
Our first time was in the middle of a burning village. After a while, the crew made us stop. They said it was distracting.
Love can burn brighter near death. Have you tried revisiting these memories?
Yeah, but talking about it is not the same. I need to feel it, smell it.
So you need to bring the excitement of the raid into your bed.
You could help us pretend we are raiding. That will make my water flow. Come, we must tell my husband.
I was only, well, all right.
Grab your weapon, you big, strong Vikinger. Today we raid.
A raid? Now?
Join me in the blood dance. Fill me with your battle lust.
Oh, yes, yes! Let us go, White King. Maybe you could start by breaking things.
And scream as you do, like it is really happening.
Maybe you could start by... It is amusing, but not arousing.
Yeah, it does not feel real enough.
Maybe you need more fire, like your first time.
Yes! Burn down our house! Burn it to the ground!
What? Oh, and what in the absolute? Okay.
What did it? I am as hard as Heimdall's tower.
Then ram me like the Valgrin's gates and enter Valhalla.
Ah, shit! Shit!
Then ram me like the Valgrin's gates and enter Valhalla. Take all plunder you want, Vikinger. And take us also and let the love hunger consume you.
Another time, maybe. But I will help myself to your chest.
The rekindling. He's a small dude compared to her. It's like, dude, you look like a teenager. Alright, let's go back to the main mission. That's a crazy, you know, it's funny what turns people on, right? I mean, I can't talk. It's just like, there's a couple of weird things that turn me on. Have you ever watched like the 90s or early 2000s, well, late 90s, early 2000s movie, The Craft, the crazy lady among the group that turned into a bad guy? That girl is like, you know, it's like she's like a huge turn on when she got all crazy. Those dark goth chicks, I don't know why. Then of course, like Batman Returns, Catwoman. Like Lydia from Beetlejuice. Like, what's the weirdest thing that turns you on? No judgment, honestly, no judgment.
Tell me Gorm still lives, Eivor.
It pains me to say. He does.
Thank you. His day will come. Oh, gods. I hate long speeches.
Only when you're not giving them.
Many of you knew my father, Halfdan the Black. A great man who achieved great things.
They buried Halfdan's leg near our temple. The crops have never grown taller.
They buried his arse near ours. And we get nothing but a muddy river.
I dream of something greater. A vast kingdom of warriors in numbers the world has never seen. United under one king, one rule. Too much blood has been spilled fighting one another. Today, we unify and turn our blades outward to conquer new lands. And who better to lead us to glory than me? I was blooded before the age of 10, and I led the greatest army Norway has ever seen. But they say a wise king seeks honest counsel, so I ask, who among you rejects this new arrangement?
I am not your enemy, King Harald, but I will not be your subject. Tomorrow we sail for greener shores, and so my kingdom is yours.
This saddens me, noble Hjor. And does your wife agree? Is she not tired of limping ever westward?
My husband and I are as one in this, Lord. We do not limp together, we fly.
I'm sad to lose a woman of your spirit, Yuvina. But I hold no grudge. May the fates grant you good luck.
My king, I offer you my axe and my oath, ironclad.
Gorm Kjotveson, you dare show your face in this hall. Did not King Styrbjörn and his son Sigurd rid our lands of your foulness?
The Raven clan dishonored me, great king. They poisoned my father, Kjotve. They made a mockery of his honorable death.
Background! You lie!
Hold, Eivor. Let it play out.
This is a serious charge, Gorm, and a false one at that. My uncle saw your father die. Eivor Wolf-Kissed, you are Kjotve's slayer. This man has slandered your clan. What shall I do with him?
Kill him, banish him. You decide. Go with banish him.
Exile, Lord. Banish him to the wilds where even a slave could kill him with impunity.
A wise choice. Death would be too easy a way out. Gorm, I name you Worm and call you exiled. Leave these lands by the next full moon, or I will feed you to the crows myself.
King Harold, may I speak?
The floor is yours, King Styrbjörn.
My people have held our land since the days when Odin himself walked among us. My kingdom is humble, but we have paid for it in blood. Our victory over Kjotve is proof that we will not lay down without a fight. All here have buried friends, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. And I, for one, have had my fill of death. Let those who seek war look beyond our shores. If King Harold brings peace, then I am happy to bend my knee to him.
What? What in hell's name are you doing, father?
Securing a lasting peace, Sigurd. Our days of fighting are finished.
You said nothing of this to me. Not a word. And I will not yield a title that should be mine by right.
Then war will continue. Men will die, villages will burn, you foolish boy. This is our only way towards true peace.
You will die a thrall. You'll drink addled cow. Alone and toothless in a bed of straw.
Forgive my son. He is ruled by his emotions.
I take no offense, Styrbjörn Jarl, and I thank you for your fealty. It is natural to fear change, to resist it. But all things change and all things end. The lessons of Ragnarok are clear. We will speak again soon.
That was an ambush, Lord. Did you know of Styrbjörn's plans?
For some days, yes, I did. But it was not at my urging. It was his decision alone. Do you dream of a glorious future, Eivor? A warrior like you would be a boon to my clan.
Creed Valhalla, bound by Sigurd. I do not know my fate.
My fate is tied to my brothers. Where Sigurd goes, I follow.
I wish I understood you better. For those I do not understand, I do not trust, and I cannot stomach a lack of trust.
You have nothing to fear from me, King Harold. My loyalty lies with my brother Sigurd, and I bear you no ill will.
Then know that if you stay in Norway, both you and your brother must serve under me. Take tomorrow to think on this. But let us leave these matters for another time. Tonight, we will eat and drink like gods and wake in a kingdom made new.
You know, I kind of want to. I watched at least season 1 and season 1 and 2 of Vikings on Hulu, but I stopped. It was during the shutdown period in the spring, and I kind of want to finish watching some of that.
He's already marking his territory.
Seas of Fate.
Gods, he's spraying like a horny pup.
Harold may be young, but he's clever. Do not underestimate him. He came of age very quickly.
Oh, we're right back home. Seas of Fate. Find and speak to Sigurd. Okay.
You there! What are you doing? If you wish to have words, come closer.
You look like you know a thing or two about dice.
It's Eivor. Open the door.
But keep your voice down. You will alert Harold's men.
Where will we live? The English will fight back. The wars will never...
2 days ago, we rid this land of Kjotve and his dogs. Yet today, we do not celebrate. Today we cower under a cloud of fear. But it need not be like this. We are not the heel-trodden subjects of a boy king. We are the Raven clan. Our destiny is our own.
Did you know about your father's oath to Harold?
I did not. And for that my anger burns hotter than any man's here. But I will not let that drive me into despair. We cannot stay in Norway. Not under Harald's boot. Not without fueling more war. So we push forward to newer lands. To England. And there make a new hope. A kingdom of our own.
The sons of Ragnar Lothbrok have been in England 8 winters already. Is there any land left for a clan of our size?
More than enough, wife. Of the 4 kingdoms of England, only one is truly pacified.
I have no desire to wear Harald's leash. I like this idea.
A saga for the ages. I agree.
It will take time and resources to build ourselves a new home, but the riches taken from Kjotve's raid would suffice.
No. That belongs to my father, as a fair compensation. In England, we must start anew.
You would start us with nothing? In a land we do not know? Among people who hate us?
Kjotve's riches would go some way to easing our passage, Sigurd. I bested him. It is within my rights to claim his goods.
Our leaving must not be an assault on my father. It is a time of renewal for us.
If you object, I understand. Let your father keep Kjotve's riches. England will have riches and cargo enough for us.
Good. I did not want this cloud hanging over us. It is a wise leader who considers the need of others.
To England, then, before the day is out. Pack what you need, but no more than that.
And tighten your lips. The last thing we need is the attention of Harold's troops. How much did you hear?
Enough. A new path is revealed, and your journey will be challenging.
Will you not join us?
For my mother's sake, I cannot. But our threads will cross again before the final day. Until then, farewell.
That's a phrase I've never heard. Tighten your lip. Zip your lip. Button your lip. But tighten your lip is like a funny way of saying it. Kind of like it. Okay, we're making some progress. Should I be making any kind of upgrades? Probably shouldn't waste any materials. But unless I get like something better.
You think one will marry?
Why is this not attaching itself? It's weird.
He would take his pleasure and move on.
Eivor, the wind favors us. We should set sail without delay.
You made quick work of packing. Well done.
The dream of new lands is a powerful lure.
As is the promise of glory. But the act of leaving so beloved a home, there's a sadness to it.
Having doubts?
No, not at all. The die is cast.
Then let fate guide our journey. Are you ready?
Yeah, might as well.
I'm ready. Let us take to the water and leave unbothered while we have the chance.
That chance is past. Look.
Fate flies on swifter wings than we.
King Harold's banner.
Sigurd, what is this assembly? What are you planning?
An exit, father. As graceful as I can. For if I cannot be king in the land of my birth, I will start a new saga. In England.
Nonsense. Your place is here, son, at my side. There will be other victories soon. Other glories.
My choice is made, father. Do not hope otherwise.
It is easy to lose one's way on the road to glory. Do not let false victories blind you to what is true.
You talk of false victories to me, old man? A sad old bear who destroyed his honor with one bent knee. The further I sail from this place, the louder I will sing.
I will be his anchor, Lord.
No.
You must be his better half. May Agir bless your voyage.
Raw materials. Board the longship.
The time for tears is over, you weeping sacks of wool. Put some muscle into those pulls.
Ration your strength, dog. We have an ocean to cross.
All right, you lazy backrout. Sigurd, what's our course?
The sons of Ragnar established a settlement near the coast. We set sail for that. Ragi, sing a song to lift our hoop.
To rouse the gods! Inspire a mighty fart from Thor to speed us on our way!
An ocean lies before us, Eivor, and on its far side, a new kingdom awaits.
You know England well from your travels.
I spent a season in their kingdom of Mercia, a temperate land, lush and wild. By now, the sons of Ragnar will have claimed its heart.
Do we mean to join their army?
They will join ours. In time, all of England will know of Ravenland and the glory we brought to that fractured land. So to England, glory and destiny.
To England!
To England! For Valhalla!
Roll credits. It's weird how some games and movies takes forever to, or TV shows take forever to show the title, but more so games, I guess. She's cute.
At the University of Cambridge, Dr. Sirka told a worried audience that scientists have few answers for them.
Since the mass coronal ejection of 2012, the strength of the Earth's magnetic field has increased by a factor of 50,000. This has resulted in huge disturbances in radio and satellite communications, dangerous bands of radiation around the poles, and as we can all see from our window, an aurora borealis that never burns away. Unfortunately, we are stumped as to why this is happening, and if we cannot find an answer soon, it may change the way we live, the way we communicate, even the way we evolve, forever.
Dr. Sirka went on to say,
"Bought you more electrolytes? Oh, new and improved citrus flavor."
Thanks, Sean.
How do we fix this? How are you the key to everything?
Yeah, either the first video or the last video I mentioned about how it's crazy that all these different pantheons exist in this universe, but then I recall when I was because I looked up the lore of and the history of the Assassin's Creed universe, and the Isu who started this whole thing from the very beginning, after the whole creation of humanity and the Apple of Eden and all the other stuff and the destruction. The first major, the well, I guess apocalypse would be a better, no other better term for it, but that cataclysmic event that started then when the Isu was roaming the earth, then in 2012 when that came about the second time when was that main lead character's name, that guy, I forgot his name, Nolan North voiced him. I think it was Edward or something like that. I can't remember, but all these different pantheons were Isu that survived the first apocalypse. That throughout the ages of man, they were worshiping different regions as different gods. And like in the Egyptian gods, in that region they was worship, as like Set and or Horus and everything like that. And then I guess Isu in this region would have been depicted as Odin and Freya and Thor and so on. So that's just a
You're
little
a long way
notion.
from home, Eivor.
Okay. I kind of want to see a Assassin's Creed game, either set in right in the present time, doing some straight up Assassin's Creed in modern era, or at the very least set in a deeper future where this time period will be technically the past, and you can just do all your Assassin's Creed stuff in modern times, because as fun as traveling to different eras in history, modern times will eventually be history too. What do you guys think?
Mint tea is not actually tea, Bex. It's an infusion. It's really just dirty, minty water.
I don't care what you call it, Sean. Did you buy any?
Of course I did, love.
Hey, sorry about pulling you out. The generator was sputtering.
That's fine. I needed air.
How was the Animus data stream? Comfortable?
Felt pretty stable after a while.
Good. Just give me a sec and you can jump back in.
Another satellite came down. Did you see?
I did. One of Abstergo's.
That's good.
Well, most of North America just lost its GPS service, so depends what you mean by good, really.
Right. Even when we win, we lose.
Okay, we're all set. Whenever you're ready, you can jump back in.
Okay, let's look around a bit first.
That's quite nice. Soothing.
Layla, is that her name?
I went through hell to bring you here. It had better be worth it.
What kind of staff is that? I think that's supposed to be Odin's staff. I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce it. I know it starts with a Y, I think.
Let's have a look.
Layla Hassan. Disappearing for a while. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up in such profound detail. I'm sure. Alright. You have a gift and a curse. The gift of old blood, the curse of not understanding it. You can't. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I'm trying to see how. I don't have COVID, no, and I'm well isolated. It's just 3 of us traveling together. Stay out of sight. Thanks for clearing up in such profound detail. I'm sure I'll sleep soundly now. Oh, wow. I guess COVID seems topical. Anything that's being created this year, right now, that won't be coming out until either later in the year or next year, will have to reference COVID in some fashion. I guess it can't just be ignored. I mean, um, I prefer just to not even think about it after a certain period. Uh, I don't like the sound of any of this, Layla. I don't like where this is leading. Not using phones is not the right way to ease my mind. You have my number. I suggest you call it. And no, I won't say hello to our parents for you because doing so would bury me in questions I cannot answer. And to tell father that you no longer work for Abstergo would break his heart. That's all he ever talks about, how his daughter is on the cutting edge of neuroscience. The man doesn't understand the first thing about what you do or did, and he's still proud. I will not be the one to disappoint him. Is it COVID? Is that why you're being cagey? Something else? Call him. Call me and stop this insane game of hide and seek. I just want to know that you're safe. Remy, forgive the short email. I wanted to call you, but I'm not using phones right now and my time is limited. I'm still recovering from my trip. Things got out of hand and nothing went as expected. Perhaps I got hurt. I told you it was for research. And it was, but not for a the truth is, I haven't worked for them for a few years. It's a long story, and I won't bother you with the details. But it wasn't for me. Leave it at that. May 2nd. May 1st. Yeah. The group I'm with now, I can't explain, not over email. But they've shown me things, given me opportunities, and opened my eyes to a broader view. But not without cost. In fact, I fucked up last year. Bad. More than once, and I need to make it right. I know all this sounds cryptic. It is. But I'm not in danger. Not in the way you think I might. Not in the way you might think. If I'm being vague, it's because I need to be. I don't want any data sniffers picking up on keywords that might raise alarms. Do I sound paranoid? A little? Here's the point. Don't worry about me. I'm with a couple of people who I trust now. They've been at this a lot longer than I have, and they're going to see me through this. I promise. At this time next year, things will be better. The skies will be clear, the earthquakes will stop, and we'll celebrate Ramadan together. It'll be just like the 90s all over again. Tell Mama and Baba I miss them, and I'm doing fine. Okay. One last message, after which all communications between us via this account or any other will cease. We have our own ways of talking, methods that cannot be sniffed or traced. Your previous team made this mistake. They knew the risks, but they were sloppy. Left traces of their activity on everything, digital footprints everywhere. That will not happen to us. My colleagues tell me the initial meeting went well. They are impressed, if a little wary of the influence your new toy has on you. But they know better than most what it means to live with such a burden. I am curious to know more about this hair memories epithet. It is not a phrase we have heard in all our decades of research. In a few weeks' time, we will contact you once more. If you are interested in proceeding, follow our instructions to the letter. If you are not interested, or if you break any of our protocols, this will be the last time you hear from us. Take this to heart. The world is sick and getting sicker. The Earth's magnetic field is growing stronger. Satellites are falling from the sky. Earthquakes are getting more frequent. Famines are becoming more and more frequent. And now we have credible reports of a new and deadly virus sweeping through Asia. It can feel like we're living through a yes-then nightmare. Mere anarchy is loose upon the world. In many ways we are. But there is hope. There is a cure. Us. In the past few months, we have come across something that may help us solve our most pressing problems. a message, a very promising message, that may help us reverse the dire course we're on. If you want to be a part of the solution, join us. If not, we wish you the best of luck. I'm ready. Good. Oh, just making sure. Would your favorite baseball team happen to be the Atlantis Eagles? Who the fuck is this? You have a gift and a curse. The gift of old blood, the curse of not understanding it. We can help you help us. What you did is not your fault, but you must take responsibility for it. Otherwise, nothing gets done. One of us will contact you. If you miss us, you miss your chance. Assassin bureaus, or the hidden ones more accurately, they operated in Roman Britain between the years 100 and 430 BCE. It's not clear why they left, but the final date corresponds roughly to Roman exodus from Britain, so I imagine their leaving has something to do with the empire's retreat. Missions accomplished or a loss of faith. Not sure, but we do know that it was several hundred years before the Hidden Ones returned to the island. And maybe Basim and Hatham are the first in a half a century. From our own archives, I believe there were 6 main bureaus operating in Roman period. Leicestershire, Leicestershire, London, Winchester, York, Essex, Gloucestershire. These won't be the Saxon names, so you'll have to read between the lines. Animus anomalies. Bex noticed these, about 10, embedded in the simulation. They are dense clusters of data that may screw with your ability to navigate Evier's memories. Approach with caution. We don't know what they'll do if you get too close. They may be harmless, they may induce optical shock or wipe your mind. Hard to say. Best to err on the side of hell no. But if you're curious, well, I warned you. Pieces of Eden. We don't know of any issue artifacts you should be looking for specifically, but they're out there, and this was a period where they often cropped up in legend. Norse and Saxon songs and tales speak of them often, so keep your eyes peeled, especially around Stonehenge. How could that not be an Isu site? And I'm a session report. Preface. William Miles. I think that's the father of the kid who died in 2012 in Assassin's Creed 3. The transformation of the Order of the Ancients into the Templars as we know them today has always been a subject of considerable debate among our ranks. We have operated within the assumption that the Templars themselves hold some or complete knowledge of this evolution, but at present, no concrete historical evidence has ever made it into our hands. What little data we do have is mostly a matter of public record, with some exceptions. It is commonly understood that the origin of the Knights Templar dates back to 1119 CE, and this indeed was the appearance of the public face of the Templars. However, our records attest to the existence of Templar agents at least 2 centuries before this date. In one badly damaged document, an assassin's contract from Normandy in the mid-11th century, the author makes free use of the term Templar. An earlier letter, this time from a hidden one in the region of modern-day Dorset, circa 978 CE, makes mentions of a Templar spy within the ranks of the Brotherhood. From this, we can safely assume that the Templar Order, as an entity distinct from the Order of the Ancients, existed at some point in the mid-10th century. With an aim to expand our understanding of this dark age, one of our agents recently volunteered to delve into his genetic memories to search for further clues to this age-old mystery. Unfortunately, what he discovered was a little use for our purposes. Son Hastings began the first of his 7 sessions on October 5th, 2014. Over the course of the next 3 weeks, he followed various matrilineal and patrilineal lines into the past, focusing on the 9th, 10th, and 11th centuries in search of assassins and or Templars in his bloodline. He found none. Of minor interest, however, was the following personage, here noted for the peculiarity of his biography. I can't even pronounce that. An early 9th century Jote who sailed north from modern-day Denmark with a wooden plank bearing a carving of a map that purported to mark the location of Thor's hammer. Elkar made it as far as Stavanger before running afoul of a powerful clan there. Elkar was defeated in battle and enthralled as a slave. He escaped his captivity some 10 years later and returned to Jutland to marry and settle down. The location of Elkar's map is unknown, and the existence of Thor's hammer, a precursor relic, no doubt remains unconfirmed. Elkar's ancestors would later sail to England following the Normans' conquest of the island, settling in what is now called Low Burial in modern-day Lancashire. The irony that a man named Hastings would contain no useful genetic memory data regarding the Norman invasion of England in 1066 was not lost on our dear subject. Still, he retained his usual chipper wit and asked if he might next relieve the genetic memories of his grandfather to, quote, give a Nazi a proper bollocking. Okay.
I lived, I died, and now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
Layla, thought you might be interested in this. Conversations that Bex and I had with Desmond back in 2012. December, I think. Just candid talks, that's all. We didn't square any circles or write any beat poetry. But he did have some interesting insights into his time in the Animus and what it means to be an assassin. Anyway, have a listen. You might find you and he had similar experiences. So, well, let me know what you think. Unless it's to tell me I sound like a total brat in these recordings. If that's the case, just say nothing. I mean, I did have a slight cold at the time I recorded these. That's probably why I sound odd. Anyway, okay, I'm done anyway. So, turn off. Turn off. Oh, it's actually just a button. Sorry, here we go.
Desmond, that was the name.
Come on, Sean. Turn that thing off. Oh, hold on. I like what you said there. I want to get this for posterity. Say it again, nice and loud. Seriously? Sure, come on. If nothing else, it'll give me leverage with your old man.
Ah, that's your angle. Nice. What I said was, I wish I hadn't been born into the Assassins. I wish I had chosen this life. Is that good enough?
Sure, but why is that?
Because choice is the central idea of our creed. It underpins everything, right? It's about free will. It's about seeing the evidence before you and saying, yes, this is what I want. Or, no, this isn't for me. But when you're you're born into a group like this, or any other, like I was, you get mixed signals. You get told over and over again, this is what we believe. These are the rules. This is reality. No deviation. And if you question it, oh, they look at you like you killed a puppy. That's hardly free will. It's a weird irony when free will is your central belief, but nobody wants you to believe otherwise. I don't know how to say it exactly, but I always thought there was something self-destructive about our creed. If free will is the most important moral guidepost we have, we should be free to ignore it. To choose submission, for example. You know what I mean? Like, we should be free to side with the Templars. If it's really my choice, I could do that.
Right. It's almost self-refuting. A democracy could democratically elect a dictator or choose to get rid of democracy altogether. Within our creed is the seed of its own destruction. That's what makes it powerful, I think. And fragile.
Right. The more freedom you have, the more risky it is, you know? Anyway, my dad has mellowed over the years, but he was strict when we lived on the farm. He ran a tight ship. I never got the impression that I was free to choose my path forward. Our creed, our tenets, they were drilled into my head. By the time I was a teenager, I was following these rules out of a sense of duty. This was just what we did.
That happens to a lot of organizations over time. A stagnation sets in, you know? A fundamentalism.
Yeah. Following the rules becomes more important than achieving whatever goal you set out for yourself. And people start to lose sight of the reason the rules exist.
That's called deontology, or a form of it. Following a rule for its own sake, and not for the consequences it has.
Yeah, but that feels backwards, doesn't it?
Well, I think so. Following a rule is the easy part. Praying, taking a sip of wine, munching on a wafer. Rituals that give comfort.
But that's just going through the motions. It makes people feel like they're doing something. When the hard work is, well, actually getting off your ass and doing something productive. I think people just want boundaries. Tight boundaries. They want to see the four walls that pen them in.
I don't disagree.
Anything outside that, anything that makes life more complex, that's scary. That's why I envy you. You chose this life. You went through that process and you decided, yes, I believe in this.
Sure. It didn't stop me from being an insufferable know-it-all as a teenager, but I see your point.
I would have loved to have been a know-it-all. I knew nothing. Not until you guys found me. Yeah. It wasn't until I met you, Bex, and Lucy that I knew. I knew I wanted to be an assassin.
Oh, thanks, Des. Come here. Bring it in, bud. I don't normally like touching, but I'll make an exception now.
I am not hugging you.
You sure? Because I smell very nice today.
Can you just turn that off?
Nolan North. A great voice actor. Is one of my favorites. Voiced Deadpool, which Deadpool, the game I played on my YouTube channel. You can easily check that out. But he's an amazing voice actor. Him and Troy Baker. And him, Troy Baker, and Tara Strong and Phil Lamar are like they're kind of like the Mount Rushmore of voice actors, you know?
Hold on, I'll just set this here.
Do you guys record everything we talk about?
Not everything, but you've been using the Animus so much, I thought this was a good chance to learn some things about prolonged exposure.
So I'm your guinea pig.
No, my guinea pigs are all dead. The Animus was too much for them to handle.
Cute.
Can I ask you about the bleeding effect? Any recent flashes? Any memories resurfacing?
Yeah, the usual things. Ghost images of Altair and Ezio a few times a day. Nothing intrusive, just brief moments. They pass quickly, almost without me noticing. Like a figure in the corner of my eye. Or remembering a dream from the night before. I did have one extended hallucination a few days ago. It was Ezio. He was older, around the time he left Cappadocia. He was standing on the deck of a ship, alone. And through him, I could feel an intense regret or guilt. And it felt to me like he'd had a loss of faith in himself, in the Creed, like he couldn't keep it up, couldn't stay true to his ideals. And as I watched him, I thought, is this the moment he decided he was done being an assassin? It felt like it. Anyway, most of my visions have been brief, lasting just a few seconds. They're like complete memories of small moments that appear suddenly out of nowhere, fully formed. It's a strange feeling.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm starting to see Connor now, too. Though I hear his voice more often than I see him. I'm sure that will change. Oh, yeah, and yesterday, just before bed, I had a memory of being on a beach in the Caribbean with a bunch of sailors. Or maybe they were pirates. I don't know. No idea.
Huh. We'll look into that. And how do you feel in general?
In general? Well, I feel older, for one. Much older. And it's strangely comforting. I'm collecting the memories and skills and thoughts of so many people. I feel like I've lived a few hundred years or more. Is it possible that if I do this for too long, it'll push my own memories aside? That I'll be everyone but myself after a while?
It's possible. That's called identity substitution. It's happened before, but it's rare. And someone with your background shouldn't need to worry.
My background? You mean someone with my genes? My abilities?
You have Isu DNA, and that lets you see things and do things and withstand traumas that other people can't.
And I can suffer in ways that others can't. That's not something to be proud of.
You mean the apple?
Yeah. It has a pull, Bex. It tugs at my brain. It talks to me. Teases me. Drives me mad. And what I did to Lucy. God damn it. Nothing is worth the damage I did. The pain I caused.
I know. But you're special. That's the point.
I'm not special, Bex. I'm lucky. That's all.
I understand.
We're assassins. It's our creed that makes us different, not our genes, not our blood. Anyone can join us.
That's true. But let's leave that aside for a second. What I want to know is, have you ever had any Isu memories resurface?
Isu memories? I don't think so. I can't even begin to imagine what that would feel like.
I think you'd know if you did. Maybe one day, we might be able to induce something.
Jesus, let's fix the world first, okay? Before we start digging up my ancient ancestors.
Deal.
With my luck, I'll be related to some third-rate Isu like Sisyphus or something.
Way to aim high, buddy.
Hey, you gotta.
It's kind of sad. It's like probably I think like a day or two before his impending death, or at least his knowledge of his impending death. I'm not gonna read all of this, but if you're watching this on YouTube, you can pause and read this. Hold on a second. It was this method that Desmond Miles revived when he saved the world from a second solar flare in December 2012. This voice laments the compound failure of their species to save themselves, but the truth is broader than that. They, with Desmond, saved us. Success deferred. Then this message break the code, break the node, insisted, and very puzzling. Hold on a second. Desmond died. What are you talking about? He revived. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going in wrong order. Staff of Hermes, this Trismegistus. Oh, Staff of Hermes. It's not Odin's. This is a Greek item. Acquired from Eagle Bearer Cassandra 2018. Presumed manufacture date late in the Isu Singularity Age, 75,100 BCE, 2200 IE. This staff, one of many Isu staff known to us, is first and foremost a medical device with the ability to heal, repair, restore, and rejuvenate organic tissues with unprecedented swiftness. It has been known to extend the life of its bearers well beyond the average human and Isu lifespans, and is presumed to have the ability to resuscitate living creatures in critical or suspended states. It has not been verified if the staff has the ability to resurrect the dead, but this seems unlikely based on its known features. It appears to work by reading and copying its bearer's DNA to ensure perfect replication on a broad scale. It is able to detect erroneous copies and deploy repairs so long as its bearer remains within direct contact. It has been used as a weapon infrequently, possibly by taking advantage of the tremendous power it draws from the Isu's wireless energy lattice. The staff has also acted as a conduit or container for the personality of an Isu called Elithia. It is not known if this personality is Alethea's original consciousness or a simulation of the original, though most neuroscientists would call this a distinction without a difference. As of early 2019, the entity known as Althea has made no further attempts to contact me. As yet, my purpose as the so-called heir to memories, as Althea has dubbed me, remain unclear. And on bearers, Hermes Trismegistus, Pythagoras, 6th century BCE, 5th century BCE, Cassandra, 4th BCE. I think this is something that was on the Assassin's Creed Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I think it was. I didn't play Odyssey. I've seen clips of it. What's in the junk mail? Corrupted. My name is Layla Hassan. I was a friend and colleague of Victoria's, both at Asturgo and in our subsequent freelance careers. In all the time I knew and worked with your daughter, I was always struck by her limitless intelligence, her humor, and ability to focus even in times of great stress. She was an inspiration, not just to me, but to all those who worked with her. I am writing to you now with the hope of shedding some light on the circumstances of her death. I realize it must be strange to receive a letter out of the blue from someone whose name you have probably never heard, offering to explain the tragic loss of one so dear. But if you allow me, I will try. I was with your daughter in the moments leading up to the unfortunate incident that took her life. In fact, I am partly to blame for. Oh. Wow. That's a decent amount of info.
You mind if I put some music on?
Go for it.
Cool.
There's nothing playing. What the heck? Oh, there was something playing.
Sean has been busy.
Strange message. An audio fragment sent from an unknown location to our encrypted servers. Nothing was stolen, nothing corrupted, just a quick deposit and gone. We got lucky this time. So what is it? A cryptic sound file, voice unknown, with a signal beneath it. The signal was a code, led us to a precise spot here in New England. We dug, and good lord, we struck gold. Well, silver, dominant currency in the Dark Ages. Point is, it was a gravesite. It was a gravesite. A Norse warrior dating to the late 9th century, early 10th century AD, a few centuries before the earliest known settlements. This is big news if we have it right. Questions remain. How did these bones get here, and why?
Hello, Layla.
Sean, what do you make of the grave out there?
Well, it overturns a few hundred years of scholarship about the first Europeans to set foot in North America. Apart from that, it's just a bunch of muddy bones, isn't it?
Can we talk about this thing on my neck for a second?
Ah, the mood stabilizer. Yes.
It's not harmful, is it? I mean, I feel good, but I want to make sure there's no side effects.
There shouldn't be. It's only blocking outside signals, a passive effect. So the staff doesn't, you know, mess with you.
Sean, what happened last year, I had no control over that. I tried to resist.
I understand. And your old team, maybe they don't. But we've seen that sort of thing before. Still, if you want to work with us and get to the bottom of why the world is about to end for the second time in 8 years, then you wear that thing until we say otherwise. William's orders.
I know. It's not a problem.
It's just a few more weeks, yeah? Just until we figure this out.
You're right. I know you're right. You gonna put this in the fridge, Sean?
Of course. In half a minute.
Remember, tomatoes go on the counter, not the fridge.
Tomatoes go on the counter, not the fridge.
Please enjoy your stay. Remember, all the garbage must be packed out, and please water the plants once a day. Yeah, I won't remember that.
Guess, look at that. The Aurora Borealis. I know that's... Well, not doubt. It's probably obvious.
I'm not going anywhere. Not yet.
Because New England doesn't have the Aurora Borealis.
Not to play around, but I have bigger things on my mind.
That's usually in like Arctic regions normally, like the North Pole.
Sean, don't forget to water the plants while I'm under, okay?
I'll add it to the calendar and tattoo it on my leg.
Be nice to sleep in a real bed when this is over.
Feeling okay?
Better. But I'm worried that it could happen again. The two data streams.
I can't promise it won't. I barely understand it myself.
It felt like two minds, fighting over one brain. It hurt like a shotgun to the head.
Right. There's something about this Viking's DNA sample that feels dense, noisy.
Could it be the staff? Interfering somehow?
How do you mean?
My headaches, my temper. They started the day I got that thing.
I hope you're not making excuses for, you know, your friend.
Jesus, no. I'm not.
Sorry. Just take it easy. And if you feel yourself slipping again, let us know.
I'm trying. I really am.
Okay. Probably gonna like just... Wow. Okay. Let me try something here. Oh, I'm trying to see if I can do the scan thing, but it doesn't work for Layla. But I'm going to end the video right here. Give me like at least 5 minutes while I load up Spider-Man Miles Morales. I'm gonna play that for like maybe an hour and a half, and then finish up the night with more Marvel Spider-Man afterwards. So and once again, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff to Talkative Carl on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. If you're watching this in the future on YouTube. So I will see you all in a little bit.